Hi, welcome to the Destin Business Forum brought to you by the Destin Area Chamber of Commerce. I'm your host, Amy Perry, and my guest today is from Northwest Florida State College, Dr. Devin Stephenson. You are the president.
That is right, Amy. It's great to be with you.
Thank you. I'm excited about this. So for the few people that don't know about the college, can you just give us I don't want to say brief, but give me
Sure.
a commercial. Give me your 30-second,
All right.
2-minute commercial.
Well, Northwest Florida State College is one of the best institutions, of course, in the state of Florida, and as affirmed by the Aspen Institute, one of the best in the country. We're a comprehensive state college offering certificates, associate degrees, and bachelor's degrees, which is unusual for a state community college across the country. There's a move to that, but Florida was one of the first states to really set out on delivering these workforce-driven baccalaureate degrees. We have about 10,000 students a year. 8,000 of them are credit-seeking students that will move on. Lots of them enter the workforce immediately in nursing and welding. We also have a very high percentage of military veterans and veterans dependents, and that's why we stood up our Veterans Success Center. So you're looking at really a comprehensive state college that's delivering broad-based education across a number of areas with phenomenal academics, the best, great theater.
Yes,
the arts are phenomenal, and phenomenal athletics. So very comprehensive in nature. We have 6 sites that we teach at, a 264-acre campus in Niceville, a 154-acre campus in Fort Walton Beach. We're located in Crestview, DeFuniak Springs, South Walton, and now we offer a really fine educational center at Hurlburt Field for the military.
Wow, you are all over.
We are all over, and a phenomenal online program. So we deliver online education, including full degrees to students. So you can get what you need from Northwest Florida State College without a doubt.
Tell me, what are some of the accolades? Because I was reading about the nursing program. Tell me about some of the accolades that you've recently gotten, or that the college has recently gotten.
That's right. Well, let me first say that it's a great team. We have a phenomenal leadership team and lots of folks working every day. Years ago, we established the standard that the best is going to be our standard. Vince Lombardi said, "You'll never catch perfection, but if you run after perfection, you'll catch excellence." And so that's what we're trying to do every day, is try to catch excellence and be the best. So most recently, we were named one of the top 150 higher education institutions out of 1,138 like us across the country. We really moved into the top 50 and were interviewed as part of the top 50 by the Aspen Institute. They're the platinum standard for quality. Our nursing program, one of the top 10 in the state of Florida, with one of the highest pass rates on the NCLEX RN exam. For example, the Florida average is 79%, the national average is 89%, our average is 98.5%.
Wow, say that again?
Yeah. So our pass rate on the NCLEX is 98.5%. The state average in Florida, 79%. That's the quality of the programming that we have here. We're also a nationally accredited welding testing site, and last year our program was named the #1 welding education program in the United States by the American Welding Society, and that is also the platinum standard for welding training. You may not be aware of it, but our collegiate high school, our public charter high school, is the #1 public charter high school in the state of Florida, a 100% graduation rate.
Wow. So, I'm familiar with that because I know some students that are enrolled, but I did not know it was the #1.
#1, absolutely #1. We have a Merit Scholar finalist right now, and so we're just sitting with bated breath waiting on that announcement to come. Very excited about it. We were also recently named the safest college in Florida, and that's comparing us to all colleges and all universities.
All sizes.
All sizes, including the large research institutions. We have intentionally focused on public safety at our institution. We have our own police force. We do lots of training. We have 24/7 surveillance on campus. Our officers are there, not only just the Niceville campus, but every site. We're very intentional about safety. Public safety is critically important to me as the president. and we're really excited about that designation. And then finally, I think one of the big things for us is we received the largest grant in the history of the institution this year. The Triumph Gulf Coast Board, under the leadership of former Senate President Don Gates, brought us $2.8 million, which is the largest grant the institution has ever received, and will be implementing programs in DeFuniak Springs as part of the Walton Works program, including cybersecurity, including unmanned aerial systems, and construction trades. So lots of things happening there.
Absolutely. It's so interesting to me, and I have a 12-year-old daughter, and she's always putting pressure on herself to decide, what do I want to be? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And the other day I said, there are jobs that may exist when you get out into the working world that don't exist right now.
There will be.
And,
absolutely.
I know colleges stay on the cutting edge of all that. It'd be nice to maybe have a class to educate parents about how to keep up. Maybe, I don't know.
That's a really good point, because years ago I remember we would do strategic planning, and you did a strategic plan for 10 years. Yeah. You can't do that anymore. Now 3 years is really a stretch. That's really a long time. Knowledge and technology changes so fast, and a lot of the jobs that we know now, in fact, 35% of the jobs that are in the market right now will not exist in the market in 15 years from now. So it's hard to predict. It's certainly good to look at technology and the medical field. Health sciences and allied health are excellent areas, but the world is changing more rapidly than we've ever seen it.
Yeah, it really is, and I'm glad Northwest Florida State
right.
College is all over.
What we say is it's one thing to be on the cutting edge, but the most significant place you can be is to be on the bleeding edge. That's closer to where things happen. And so we've moved from the cutting edge to the bleeding edge. We want to watch out for what's happening, and then be able to be transformational, to be responsive, and operate at the speed of business. And that's something higher ed hasn't always done, but our institution is very committed to operating at the speed of business and being relevant.
Yes, and you are, and I love the safety thing. Students shouldn't have to worry about their safety. It's hard enough, worrying about your studies and.
That's right. We just launched a brand new Radar Connect app, a safety app for students that is extremely interactive. Any student that comes on campus can download it free. And it provides virtual walking for students at night if they're afraid to get to their car for any reason at dark. It creates, you remember years ago when we had the blue light emergency units? Well, those things aren't really, they don't work that well. But we put that on an app. So no matter where you are on a campus, and that's at Fort Walton or at Crestview, you can push that button and it immediately goes to our police officer that's on duty there and shows them exactly where you are.
That's amazing.
So technology has changed the way that we do business, and we have to be intentional about it. We have to stay, we have to be purpose driven in that regard.
And sounds like you've taken control.
We're trying. We don't always get it right, but we're working very, very hard to get it right.
Dr. Stephenson, thank you so much for coming and talking to me.
Amy.
I could talk to you for the entire show, and maybe someday we'll do that.
That'd be nice.
All right.
Would love it.
Okay. We'll be back.